Today's sports coverage of the NFL leads us to a snow-covered Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the steel setting, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go!
Runs over it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Let's go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. This defense. For the Steelers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Again to Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Gostkowski's kick is good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They go play action now. Here's Strebler. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First carry for Najee Harris. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. On play action, Strebler. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun is Strebler. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Tannehill. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Looking deep here for Ebron. This is caught at the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Returning it, John Ross. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now a handoff to Henry. Powers through him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Tannehill over the middle here to Brown. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. On the right side, caught by Green. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And Gostkowski, that's no good. He hung it out to the right. He missed it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Strebler. It's brought in by Harris. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Strebler sets to throw on 1st and 10. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Strebler to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Off the play fake, it's Strebler. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
2nd and 10. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
An option handoff given to Harris. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Strebler. Short little throw to Ebron. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Strebler's throw there, complete to Hamler. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
To throw is Strebler. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 83 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the 1st since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A toss left. Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Tannehill on third down. Touchdown! It's complete. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, Strebler. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's a throw that's complete. 7 yards to pick up there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
On play action, Strebler. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To throw is Strebler. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal of 19 yards.
Boswell's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 126 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Strubler to throw on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Batson.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Check. He's coming. We got double up.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in.
Let's make these babies cry all the way. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now Strebler. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. They do take on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Tannehill to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Tannehill. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another 1st down. Throwing Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the two-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, the snow, not only did it not dampen the crowd's enthusiasm, they were great, but it didn't slow down the offenses either.
Let's start with the first thing you said, the crowd. Normally when it snows, what do you want to do? You bundle up, right? You don't get out of your seat. You don't cheer as loudly. That didn't happen with this crew. They were into it. And then the second part, offenses execute at a high level when you expected maybe to see a few more turnovers, the ball slip out of guys' hands. They took care of the ball in a big way.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.